Yes, well, we've been treading the line I've mentioned earlier. Of course, we've been fairly outspoken in some of our interviews, but we feel still that we have to find a certain threshold because we think art can invite people to ask questions. We don't have the answers, obviously, and so it is a good question, and no one knows the answer. There is a difference between art and propaganda, and I think the song manages to have themes that touch us all and we see as relevant, not just here but all over the world. But the song difference between art and propaganda, or how ambiguous you can be, how vague you can be. We felt the demand to be very clear has been very clear over here. Like, I feel in Iceland there has been more room for ambiguity and sarcasm or satire or but it feels like over here there's a stronger urge to explain yourself, which I understand.
Yeah, the concept of the song popped up while we were eating brunch on a sunny afternoon in Iceland, while we were discussing the uprise of populism and how we could make a change, and division, hatred, and all these negative circumstances that are happening all over the world. So we strive for peace and community and togetherness.
But to answer your question shortly, it's very hard. And the second question, yes, we do wish to upgrade, and we think 9 is our lucky number.
Can I just add a little bit to that? What they were talking about, the lyrics of the song. My name is Felix, I'm the head of delegation. It was very interesting when Hatari came out in Iceland, because people were totally shocked. This kind of song had never been heard in Söngvakeppni or Eurovision Iceland ever before. So people were totally shocked by the lyrics, especially because in Iceland it's a very much a family thing. Children are watching a lot. You know, here we have these people in BDSM costume, you have gimps and you have what have you, and you have this kind of really strong lyrics. But it was very interesting to see how the public opinion kind of slowly changed when people kind of realized what that they could take the message of the song in their stride and understand what they were doing in their own way. And it has been so amazing to hear children explaining what they are getting out of this song, because it really is a huge hit with kids in Iceland, and they really love this song, and they go around murmuring to themselves that hate will prevail. And when grandmas touch their heart, the kids say, "Don't worry, grandma, it means that if we don't take care of ourselves and take care of love, then hate will win." So it's really quite interesting to see how all changed in Iceland. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh yeah, I agree. Thank you.
I would like to ask about your musical roots. Your music is very, very different from anything we've ever seen in Eurovision before. I know this kind of music from bands like Amsterdam and Udad and people like that, but I'd like to know what your musical influences are, please.
Well, there are many. Laibach, Naomi Klein, Noam Chomsky, Adam Curtis,
Mark Fisher,
Peaches,
Rebecca Solnit,
the Antwoord, Theresa May, big influence.
maybe Rammstein,
Donald Trump has a big impact on how we perform.
Ragnar Kjartansson,
Britney Spears,
Flux of Pink Indians,
Indians, that's a good one. Radiohead.
Yeah, Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
As a teenager, I listened a lot to that band.
The Spice Girls.
Do you want to sing a song of Spice Girls, maybe?
No, we don't. wouldn't give justice to the Spice Girls. I wouldn't want to do it. They're such an iconic band that, you know, we would put shame to their name.
Yeah.
Her choreography is astounding.
Okay, last question.
Hi Hatari, Torsdagens from the Swedish newspaper Aftonbladet.
Hi.
Saturday you decided to go to Hebron. Why was that important for you and what did you experience there?
That's a very good question, and of course we've commented on our trip there in other interviews, but like I say, we can't answer quite as freely because of course the climate over there is very politically loaded. But why we went there? Well, a friend of ours told us that this is where we have to go to experience what is happening in this country. Anything to add to that?
We felt it was very eye-opening and interesting to see what, to visit Hebron.
Okay, Hatari, we love you. We have to finish. Thank you so much. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Sorry to have.
Yeah, thank you. But overall, very, very good.
But did you get any reaction from the meditation session that we did here?
I don't know, did you?
Actually, yes.
Oh, you did?
People liked it.
Oh.
They loved it, yeah.
Did you guys?
And how have been the last few days for you here in Israel?
Well, I would like to say very busy, but I haven't actually. I've been fortunate enough to visit Jerusalem. You say Jerusalem? Yes. And we had a day off just at the beach, just surfing and having a good time. Such a beautiful day. In Tel Aviv, yeah. So, yeah, just been like building up some energy for Tuesday.
Did you go out in the evening in the streets?
Well, no, but I heard the party. I was trying to go to bed last night and it was like until 5 in the morning, you know, people, they had like a party next to the hotel on like a rooftop. So it's like,
yeah, there are parties everywhere.
yeah, but it seemed to be a lot of fun.
So
I wasn't there though, but some guys had fun.
okay. So, questions? Yes.
You decided.
Hi, this is Martijn from the Film Eurovision Artist in Netherlands. Well, you are from Sweden, you are representing Estonia now. I was wondering what your the first time was that you connected in any way to Estonia.
Hello, Netherlands. Well, I think the first time was with Stig Resta, who did Goodbye Yesterday in 2015. I guess that actually was the first time. But we met in Sweden a couple of years ago, like 3 years ago, and he invited me over to Tallinn. So that was my first. I had never been there before I went to the studio. So the flight from where I live from Stockholm is like 45 minutes. So it was like, oh, that was fast. And then I was actually impressed by how beautiful Tallinn is. It's such a city on the uprise. I really like it. I hope everyone will visit Tallinn someday. This is not marketing. This is from the heart.
This is what?
Not marketing and stuff. Yeah, Tallinn is really nice.
And how is
He's from Tallinn.
and how is the walking with him? Yes.
Walking? Oh, we're working. Yeah, well, it's very nice. He's a very cool dude and very relaxed.
Yeah.
He's a good guy to have on stage during this time. The first run through today was a bit shaky. And
Yeah.
he came on. Take it easy, not that hard. So that was very nice. He's a very good guy.
Yeah. Okay, great. Yes.
Hi, Alistair from Europhile. Your previous attempt to get into Eurovision, It's Not For Us, how long did it take you to record that song? And compare that to this song, how long did it take you to record this song?
Yeah, you're thinking about the Swedish entry? Yeah. That song I didn't write, so I came in like a featuring artist and there were other songwriters. Måns Zelmerlöw was actually one of the songwriters that one. So well, I can't say how long they were writing it, but I recorded it pretty fast because the segment was, I think we had a couple of days, so it was really. There's a different story with Storm. I think we worked with it like, 2 months maybe, back and forth. Yeah, we talked about this last time. It was a lot of back and forth, Sweden time. But yeah, I'm more involved in the Storm, the Swedish team. Yes.
Hi, Lauren
Hello,
from
Denmark.
Destination Eurovision. Oh, hello. I saw that you were at the beach the other day, and then you've also gone to Jerusalem. What has it been like seeing Israel, and do you have any other plans to do so?
Thank you. Jerusalem was really nice. It was great. We had a whole day on like a tour, so we get to see pretty much actually. Just the vibe being there with all the historic things is just amazing. I know there's plenty of people, a dream come true to come there, so it was really nice. And the beach, what can I say? Very nice. Just thinking of nothing, just laying under the sun. I think I have some sun stain actually. I feel my. Yeah, I think it's. I need to watch out a bit, I guess.
Yes.
Hi, Viktor.
Hi.
Daniel from Pan Eurovision in Israel. Welcome to Israel. Welcome home. We are right now live streaming on the Facebook group of Pan Eurovision.
Okay.
And we are getting some questions from the viewers.
Mm-hmm.
So Dafi Asaf asks, since you are from Sweden and you tried already once in the Melody Festival and doing it through Estonia this time, will we at last see you at some point representing Sweden?
Yeah, well, already I haven't even been on stage yet, so let's keep that open. But from the experience I had so far, this is so much fun. So I would love to do it again. I haven't even done it, but yeah, of course.
Very great. More questions? Yes, over there.
Hello, my name is Adas. I'm from here, from Israel. And first of all, I wanted to say that was a great performance. And your vocal is amazing, and I was really like your performance. And I have a question about your song, actually. You talk a lot about how you can come over this storm and how you'll be safe and sound. But then in other times of the song, you say, I might be all wrong. And I wanted to ask if you can talk about more the part that I might be all wrong and about what you've been wrong. And do you have an answer if you've been wrong or not?
Who knows? I might have been. No, I think, let's see how to say this right in English. Like, whatever is going through our minds, I think we doubt ourselves pretty much, or ourselves. Maybe I did. Like, you doubting yourself, and that's the question. I might be all wrong. I'm not really sure yet where it takes me, you know? Does that make any sense? Kind of? Okay, well, thank you. High or low, that's not the same. Yeah, but that happens. Yeah.
More questions? Yes.
More questions? Yeah, it's fine.
Hello, Victor. It's JD from Made International.
How are you?
My question is regarding your time after the Eurovision Song Contest with your music career. What are your future plans?
That's a good question. Well, I have a release just on, let's see, on management here on Friday. We have a remix with a guy called Madison March, the Storm song. Otherwise, I have like DJs, like collaborations that I sing and I've written. They're gonna release the 31st this month. So that's the first song, new one being released, and a couple of other DJs, and hopefully some songs on myself. It's always harder to release my own songs, like I said the last time. You don't have a deadline anymore. No, it's just. But I'm gonna release hopefully an EP after the Eurovision. But,
I have a question. You write songs since you were 12 years old, right?
15, I would say. But
Okay.
maybe.
I think that you know better than
I think so. Well, I'm not sure.
Do you remember your first song that you ever written?
Yeah, Lullaby was the.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
How old were you?
I think that was around 15.
15?
Like
So it was about what was it about?
A girl standing outside her house and singing a lullaby, like the Romeo and Juliet thing.
Oh, so it's a love story.
I didn't hear it all, but yeah.
It didn't
It
work?
kind of is, yeah.
It was you composed it also? And maybe you can sing for us your first ever song that was ever written.
Well, I can post it online somewhere. I don't know if it would be actually. So I remember there was lullaby. It never went released, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great, thank you. More questions? Yes.
Hi, Viktor. So you've been here for almost a week now. I'm curious to know what has surprised you the most or shocked you the most about Israel that you didn't know before.
Well, I would say that the first thing that comes to my head is the silent minute when everyone stood still on the street, and that was cool. Well, we all stood still. That was the first thing that got in my mind. And actually, waking up this morning, there was some kind of air thing. They did some showcase, I think. But otherwise, I think I'm really impressed by the food, and it's a lovely city. The people is very welcoming. I don't know if it's because of the badge I have or Eurovision badge, but I really feel welcome here. So.
Great, good to hear. Okay, yes.
Hi, Viktor. Our viewers from Israel and all over the world are submitting questions on our Facebook broadcast. In 2015, as you said, Stig Rasta represented Estonia, and there's a lovely girl that is asking if you happen to have plans to record Goodbye by Yesterday, but to you, with Stig Rasta, but you as Elena Born's partner.
No, we haven't discussed that. But if people want that, maybe we can do an acoustic thing one time. I don't know the lyrics though, it's that much, but let's see. It would be fun. We've been playing it a lot live. I haven't sung that part, but in Estonia he often plays the Goodbye by Yesterday, so maybe I can. I helped him on the choruses, but maybe I should take the second verse from now on.
Thank you, and
Hello.
Hello.
Well, I have a question because we have a wonderful back singers. Did you choose them yourself or did Stig help you?
Well, most of the background singers is from Estonia, so friends of Stig and Valo and the delegation. I wasn't a part of that, but I think we have one guy from Sweden actually. His name is Lars. He's not right here now, but.
Did you have any? Did you choose them yourself or?
Like you? No.
No.
No. Well, I actually met. I seen this is from Estilal. They sang behind me here as well, so I met them all the way since Estilal and everything. Let's bring the whole concept to the Eurovision. So.
Yeah.
Thank you. What Russian? No?
Sorry.
I didn't hear your last.
Legend.
Legend.
Yeah, Legend.
Oh.
okay, a quick question before we have to finish. What kind of message do you have to say to all the people that are watching and supporting you and loving you?
Well, I'm thankful for it. I'm very happy for the whole messages and all the drawings and people singing. It's very nice, especially I feel during this period you always go up and down. It's like low energy, low high, low high. So it's very nice to getting all these sweet messages. And, I'm very happy and thankful that the songs matters to people.
Do you get messages from all around the world, countries like international?
Oh yeah.
So how does it feel to become like international and more people in more countries getting to know you? Is it exciting?
Yeah, it's very exciting. It's cool. Like people people singing the song is still like kind of shocking, but in a good way. So I'm very happy about it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for everybody.